Hey Taurus, welcome to your first reading for the new year. Actually, not quite your first reading. For those of you who caught it, I began a new feature this morning called Morning Musings. So this is something I've been talking about for some time. It's kind of more of a behind the scenes of how I start my day. I always kind of get out of bed, go to the bathroom, but pre-shower, pre-coffee, pre-makeup, I sit down and I pull cards for the sign that I'm going to read for later in the day. So I invited you into that little inner sanctum this morning. I began with you, Taurus. I tried to get it together for Aries yesterday, but it didn't work out. Technology being what technology is, but I figured it out in the wee hours of the morning and got that reading up for you this morning. For those of you who showed up and who were so generous with your comments and your words of support and encouragement, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you're only seeing my hands, so just so you know, it is me. It is not an imposter. It is me. You're only seeing my hands because this takes a lot of work. And nobody needs to be subjected to my designer eye bags first thing in the morning. So it's going to take me a little while to get used to camera angles and things, so please be gentle with me, as many of you were. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. If you want to be sure not to miss the morning musings, be sure to click subscribe and then click the little bell so you get notified. Okay? So that's the first big announcement. Otherwise, this is a general reading for the collective of Taurus, Sun, and Rising. The morning musings, I try not to make it about anything specific. What comes through, comes through. I'd say 75% of the time, the morning cards really do show up in the afternoon readings, but not always. So you never know what you're going to get in the morning musings. And, musing, I chose that word because it's basically just a period of reflection or thought. That's how I use my morning spreads. It's not to really hone in on anything. It's just to see what's out there in the cosmos, what's out there in this in 5D that wants to come through, what messages want to come through. And it's just sort of my musings and reflection on it. There are no extendeds for the morning musings, just FYI. So, starting with 2 cards from Spirit Animal Oracle, one for Divine Masculine, one for Divine Feminine. As you know, always feel free to flip the energies around. What I am saying throughout this reading is Divine Masculine can be Divine Feminine for you and vice versa. So, don't get too attached to the labels. For Divine Masculine, I have Porcupine Spirit, Time for Beginner Mind. Card 84. I like this for the new year, right? We're starting fresh, so we have to let go of all our entrenched thoughts and beliefs around certain things, and sometimes it's time to kind of stand back and look at it with fresh eyes. Feminine gets this is what? Card 48. 8 and 4 is 12, and we have card 39. Also a 12, Moth Spirit, Surrender Now. Luna Moth, Moth Spirit, Surrender Now, dear Feminine. Both of you get a 12 card. 12 reduces to 3. So that's very co-creative. Think of the 3 of Pentacles. Very co-creative. Also manifesting 3 of Wands. Interesting. Porcupine and the Moth. Beginner's Mind and... what's this? Surrender Now. Let's see, this is a soul coaching oracle. Just 1 card for the Taurians watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do hope if you enjoy the reading, you'll consider subscribing or at least go check out the morning musing and see if that one speaks to you. For those of you who are returning, happy New Year. All the best to you as you move forward toward your fulfillment. Joy abounds in all areas of your life. That's the message. Fulfillment. We got a little bit of 9 of Cups here and 10 of Cups. Joy abounds in all areas of my life. I'm feeling both the 9 and 10 of Cups there. Joyful. It feels a little more 9 of Cups, actually. There's joy and contentment and emotional fulfillment. Wishes fulfilled in the 9 of Cups. So that's nice energy. Good, good, good energy. Okay. So let's see what wants to come through around your connection. Four of Cups, Ten of Swords. Four of Cups to me, in this case, feels like there may be a missed opportunity. That Ace of Cups being offered, and there's just sort of no emotional recognition of what that could be. The potentiality of the Ace of Cups is that once in a lifetime love. And I almost feel like this person's just disengaged in general, but as a result, they're going to miss a big opportunity here. Feminine showing up in the energy of the Ten of Swords. There's an end to something here. It's been very painful. It's complete. The good news is, the bad news is it hurt like a bitch. The good news is that part is done. I'm not sure you saw it coming. I'm not sure you saw it coming. Rough way to kick off a reading here, Taurus, but let's see what comes through. Got the Five of Swords, Emperor, Ten of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Wow, all the pentacles on this side of the reading. So I'm going to take a guess. Look at the Two of Cups on the bottom. I'm going to take a guess here that the Taurus is the divine feminine. It's very difficult because I think in the past, I'm going to start with the feminine this time. I think in the past, there was some like shut down energy here, almost guarded, feeling like you couldn't really reveal your true heart, your true feelings. And there's all this self-protection with that center pentacle being right around the heart chakra. And your experience right now is, I just want someone who gives as well as they receive. I need some equal give and take, some reciprocity. I need a connection that's beneficial for both parties, that isn't one-sided. And in the future, we've got the King of Pentacles. This is the masculine archetype of a life partner, someone who's there for you, who shows up for you, who does engage in the equal give and take. We all know what those kind of connections are about. So it is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn astrologically. We have a lot of earth energy here, but I think it's more about the energy of somebody who could potentially be a life partner. For the masculine, there's some emotional detachment. This card can be about rejection, but, you know, feeling rejected. But at the same time, I kind of feel like the masculine just isn't seeing what's being offered, and therefore is just disengaged. They're staring at this Three of Cups, like they're waiting for those cups to fill up. Well, there's a cup being offered right there. Their present experience in the connection, Emperor. That is divine masculine energy. That's Aries, passion and power. I kind of feel as if there's an awareness of the divinity of the connection, but they haven't yet taken that cup. In the past, something interfered or sabotaged. Five of Swords, this is an energy of win at all cost, zero-sum game. This is not a great energy. It feels very one-sided, which is why this feminine's showing up right now saying, where's my reciprocity? Give as good as you get. This is take, take, take. I don't know where it's coming from, but it can also be someone stepping in the way and interfering and sabotaging the connection. I say that because in the future, I see this opportunity for this nirvana, the happily ever after, the Ten of Cups. So we're going to have to look at all of this. I'm going to start on the feminine side, switch it up a little bit. Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords. Oh, you're feeling it. This Five of Cups came out this morning. Regrets of the past, or mistakes of the past, or some focus on something that's been lost to you. See the staring at the Three Cups. The Two of Cups that I saw here on the bottom of the deck, that's what that is. And you're either going to stay focused on the regrets of the past. What did I tell you when we started? It's done. That part's over. The pain is over. The worst of it is over. Obviously, we all have to heal once we've taken 10 swords to the back. But what I'm saying is you're not going to get through the healing by staying locked on what didn't come through for you in the past. But I'm just going to say we are in a new year. And this ending, or whatever this Ten of Swords, this sort of, it feels as if you didn't see it coming and you're really kind of in a period of mourning and grief. I say give yourself the time to kind of process it all. Give yourself the time. We're in a new year. Don't spend an inordinate amount of time processing this loss. Just make peace with it. Right? Now you're obsessing here. Nine of Swords. Wow. I kind of feel this is you sitting here, Divine Feminine, going, woulda, coulda, shoulda. What did I do? What did I say? Right? It's all the swords energy. You're all up in your head, overthinking every little thing to the point of obsession. Where did things go wrong? What did I contribute? Yeah, no. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. There's two sides to this situation. What's on the bottom? Wheel of Fortune. So I like that the wheel is there because underneath, on some level, you know that this was part of fate, that there's something larger at work behind the scenes running the show. And I like the wisdom of the Jupiter energy here, Sagittarius in this Wheel of Fortune, guided by Jupiter. It's almost saying you've been saved. You caught a lucky break here. You caught a lucky break. Doesn't feel like it, but I think on some level underneath, you know. That's why you guarded your heart. Now, I'm going to say this before y'all start jumping in the comments and spewing all kind of real nasty negativity. Don't do that, because that's not growth. That will not demonstrate your growth. Take a moment, deep breath, relate to what I'm saying. Say, yeah, I absolutely agree with the cards, the messages coming through. I can relate to it. I knew better. I shielded my heart, thank God. And I'm not getting the fairness and balance that I desire and that I deserve, and I'm still waiting for this masculine archetype of life partner, someone who will have my back to show up. So say that. That's probably the best way to handle it. We're all going to adopt new behaviors in the new year. I am no longer entertaining violent and vicious negativity on my channel. Ain't going to happen. Right. You protected yourself, dear feminine. There's why. There's your proof. You had a hunch, you were right. You were dealing with someone who friend-zoned you or who just wasn't ready to take it to the next level. That's a devastating blow. It doesn't mean the connection has to end just because your divine masculine isn't ready to step into their part of the connection. Trust me, it happens. I think you are wiser than you realize. In the past, you kind of knew. I can't give over my full hand. I can't reveal everything I feel because I don't think it's going to be reciprocated by this person you perceived as your soulmate. There's a lot of love here, at least on your part, to this person. I'm going to tell you, I feel they return it in the future. They just weren't ready when you were ready, and you perceived that as devastation and destruction. It was just too much. And that's why I'm saying take a minute, take the time you need to come to terms with that on an emotional level. Because Taurus, you don't reveal your heart and your emotions very easily. You do tend to keep it all pent up. And I can appreciate that. And then when you show it and it isn't reciprocated, it's devastating. I understand, okay? But I kind of feel like, in a way, you held back just enough to save face. This is someone you love very dearly. They weren't ready. They still may not be, but I feel a shift coming. So stay with me. Stay with me. Six of Pentacles. I'm walking you through this reading like I'm holding your hand your first day on ice skates. I want to convince you you're not going to fall through the ice. I'm right here. Oh my gosh, I'm so mama bear today. Yes. You are ready and waiting for the reciprocity. This is a clarion call. You are yelling out to your divine masculine. When are you going to make good on this connection? This cannot be one-sided. It has to go both ways. Waiting for something more equitable, more fair, more just and kind and generous. Wow. That's goodness of your heart kind of energy. I think you have it in spades here, dear feminine, and you are ready for it. Endings and new beginnings. So if as above, so below, that's Aquarius and Capricorn, by the way. I just feel like if this is something that you're ready to completely walk away from, this is your sign. If you're not sure that you're ready to walk away from it, I feel it's telling you to heal and to start fresh. Close the door on that chapter of it and allow the new energy to come in with the new, not just the new year, but the new age. Since that great conjunction. This is the great conjunction, Aquarius and Capricorn. We shifted Jupiter and Saturn, moved out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. So that's what I feel is here for you. I love the World card. Gives you an opportunity to completely reset it if you desire, or to move in a whole new direction. Yes, on the bottom is the wisdom of the Hermit. I sort of feel as if on some level you're preparing to go on a solitary journey. Virgo energy in the Hermit. It's underneath, so it lets me know that it isn't something you've quite wrestled with consciously, but it's bubbling up under the surface. I might not, you might be feeling like I need to kind of pull back and just remove myself from the situation and spend more time going inward. King of Pentacles in the future. Yeah. This is what you want. And you want marriage, you want a life partner, you want to settle down. I totally get it. With a masculine archetype of life partner, journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, my friends. This is good because it suggests that an offer may come in the future that says, yeah, I'm not sure how much I'm ready for, but I'm ready to take the first steps. Because the pages are messengers, so this may be your message of, hey, I know I want all this, but we can start small. But this is also representing baby steps on the other person's part. So, I just want to put that out there. Again, all the pentacles very much in 3D. There's some healing that needs to take place. Underneath is the Four of Swords. So that makes sense to me. After all this pain, the heaviness that you may feel, I do see you taking a little time out to heal, reflect, renew, realign, reassess. That's good. Oh, so let's look at the, the Four of Cups. Yes. Wow. This masculine energy, they were like, I don't know. I'm wondering if this is part of their awakening. They just weren't ready to receive. This is the Ace of Cups being handed to this person. It shows up over here as well. I am feeling it being a little cold and rejecting, kind of King of Swords-ish, not with much emotion. That came out in the morning reading as well. Um, uh, show me more on this. Right. Commitment. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, new beginning, but in this context, it feels like the next level, you know, taking things to the next level in your connection. It is a big offer. For some, it can be an engagement ring. For others, it can be moving in. For others, it can be becoming exclusive and identifying our roles in a sacred bond. I get the feeling that this divine masculine was not ready. And so they kind of acted aloof or disinterested or emotionally disengaged. And you, dear feminine, perceived that as total rejection. I get it. It's painful. It's painful. Underneath is the Hanged Man. Pisces energy there. So what I'm getting here is underneath, I'm looking at a divine masculine who understands that they kind of have to look at the big picture, re-examine things from like the 30,000 foot view, you know, every perspective, including the divine feminine's perspective. Look at it with fresh eyes. What did I miss? What isn't clear? It's also a card of delaying gratification. So what's good about the Hanged Man being here is even though there's a delay in how they're going to fix this or deal with the energy that they put out there, because maybe that's not, I almost feel like the Four of Cups for this divine masculine was about buying time. Buying time. Just keeping things in the friend zone as they bought time. And the Hanged Man reflects that sort of being in the matrix and trying to sort it all out, waiting for, you know, illumination and enlightenment, something to come through, some downloads that they receive from their spiritual team that kind of helps them understand, oh, this is what's going on and this is how it all came across or how it went down. So in the past, we have the Five of Swords. This is the most disturbing part of the reading to me. I want to get a good handle on the Five of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, single person. Weighing options, one more. Knight of Wands. I just want to make sure I didn't put it in upside down. So I almost get the impression that this divine masculine was sort of thinking quick on their feet, whether or not they should return. Should I go in with my passion? This is the Knight of Wands, is very passionate, grand gestures, sweep you off your feet, kind of, you know, swashbuckler energy toward a feminine that I believe is a single person. I do still feel that the feminine is earth sign energy at the very least, possibly the Taurus that I'm speaking about and to. And the Two of Pentacles sort of gives me the feeling that they, again, buying time, which is what I said over here, thinking quick on their feet, trying to stall, buying time. This is an unfair fight though. So it almost feels as if all the advantages were in, you know, in the hands of the divine masculine. They were the ones that kind of created the scenario whereby they had the upper hand. I know that doesn't sound very good. Right, exactly. There's your conflict, Five of Wands underneath. They were conflicted. Emperor energy right now. Why is the Emperor here? Transformation. That was the anchor card this morning. Transformation. Scorpio on that. They're, yeah, confused, overwhelmed, uncertain on an emotional level. What's on the bottom? 10 of Wands. So I just think they want to release all the negative energy. I kind of feel like this has been weighing on their mind a lot, absolutely causing some level of distortion on an emotional level. Big changes underway for this masculine. I almost feel, I want to say that this card is coming out in reverse because I almost feel as if they're trying to over control the situation, right? The Emperor in the upright position is the highest and best attributes of all four kings. In its reverse position, not so much. Sometimes it comes out like they're, over controlling the situation, or sometimes even like a bit tyrannical, my way or the highway. And I feel like there change is afoot. In the morning reading, it came out as the anchor card, and I just painted with broad brush strokes, but I kind of feel now it's about the connection. There's a transformation here for this divine masculine about the connection. It is confusing them. I think they felt like they needed to buy time, and that's why they acted aloof or emotionally disengaged, if not even rejecting, because they knew on some level that it was time to take it up a notch. They weren't ready. Ready to offload all this heavy burden underneath. That's what they want. They kind of want to put it all to bed and move on beyond this. 10 of Cups, beautiful energy for the future. Let's see what comes out for that. Yep. Patience. 7 of Pentacles. They're going to plant the seeds here for this happily ever after, this total emotional fulfillment. That's what I'm seeing here. Joy abounds in all areas of my life, but they're willing to wait for it. Or to let it kind of unfold organically is another way to say it. One more on that. Queen of Swords. Oh, we had the King of Swords this morning, now the Queen of Swords. So this is about clarity, getting clear questions, answers. This divine masculine will patiently respond, I believe, to the truth-seeking, truth-telling nature of the Queen of Swords. So, dear feminine, if you're still with me, you may have questions for this masculine in the future. They're going to be prepared to answer. Otherwise, it is about getting to the core of the issue, not really dealing in any drama, just cut to the chase. What are we dealing with here? More fact-finding mission, and underneath, more patience. Yes, patience is a virtue. Temperance, more Sagittarian energy. We have Sagittarius now 3 times. Knight of Wands, Temperance, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I sort of feel as if with the Temperance and the Hanged Man cards coming out underneath for this masculine, that most of their energy underneath is about they're waiting, they're kind of lying in wait, they're letting everything kind of brew and waiting for enlightenment, waiting for some kind of download that comes in, waiting for the alchemy, waiting for everything to kind of come into flow. And dear feminine, I sort of feel like you're ready to take it one step at a time. Once you come into balance with all that's gone on, 6 of Pentacles twice, I kind of feel like you'll be ready to turn the page. Some of you will want to move on independently and not stay in the connection, but others of you are really trying to reconcile it and are ready to move forward. So I'm going to take it to the extended, and I will pull the 3-card spread. What's a situation or issue or focus or energy you need to focus on right now? What is the block, the challenge, or the dynamic between the two of you around it? What can you do about it, or what can you expect to come of it? Your energetic messages to one another. Taurus, what are you trying to tell each other at 5D? 1 card for you from your higher self, spirit of the universe. We'll see what messages want to come through that way. And then what can you expect going forward? We'll take a look at all of that. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second or in a future reading. Take care, and thanks for joining me.